I think this is on, but it's okay. Hi, Mrs. Daniel. I'm here to talk to you about my service learning, and I would have to say that the biggest experience that I had with my service learning was that it was just so rewarding just to touch the lives of different people that really don't have much time to see people or have many people to go see them. But I did my service learning at the Seneca Healthcare Center in West Seneca. It's part of the McGuire Group, and it's a nursing home for retired people that really can't assist themselves. So they need people to help them with uh, with more stuff like actually moving around, going to bed, going to the bathroom, assistant activities, and they really don't have a lot of visitors, so it was really nice to actually go and communicate with them because all of them are very nice people, the staff included, and the other volunteers and the residents at the nursing home. But it's just a fantastic time. Uh, I did 20 hours there, even though the lady that I did activities with said I did a lot more, but I'm pretty sure I did 20 hours total. But she's such a nice lady. If you ever get to meet her, her name is Betty Kavanaugh. She works in the activities on weekends at the Seneca Healthcare Center. She's a fantastic lady. Um, Most of my time that I spent doing the at the nursing home was spent just really doing activities with the elderly. And that's, I believe, is a really nice thing to do because they don't get a lot of people there to go and just hang out with them, talk with them, play games with them, and it's really nice because we didn't just play like group games. Sometimes I played like card games with just a few of the residents, and we just sat there and chatted, and a lot of them have really interesting stories. Like this one guy used to be in the military and a long time ago, and he told me about his stories about how he was actually he was part I, f- I forget. I think he was part of the Navy, and he was on like about he was on giant battleships. I'm not sure if any of it's true, but still a fascinating story. But really, my favorite part overall was just seeing the look on their faces when they had someone to talk to. Even like bringing them back to their rooms and stuff, and you were able to just give them a hug and a little kiss on the head, and it just lit up their day. Their faces were just so happy, even though like a lot of them don't get visitors at all. So it was really nice to see people that were more, I would say, compassionate to their needs instead of the normal local nurses there. Some are nice, but others have a lot of residents to look after. So sometimes the needs of the few are overlooked, and there's sometimes not that personal connection you get if you were like a volunteer like me, or if you were just kind of just there to help out. Um, I worked with a broad aspect of different people. I also had an Italian person there that literally only spoke Italian, but I could actually, even though that this person only spoke Italian, one of the residents, I could still I could still wave and kind of sign when I was talking to him, and just the company with him actually made him a lot happier. He seemed a little bit distressed that no one could understand him, but when I just sat down and talked with him, and just like even though it was in English, he couldn't really understand. But I think the tone of my voice and my facial expressions really helped out with how the mood that he was in. He actually became a lot happier, even though he probably couldn't understand what I was saying. But I thought it was really cool. I would have to say how this relates back to the social work class is that in the field of social work, you're going to have to be working with a broad variety of people, whether it's gender, age, ethnicity, and you have to know your population, but you also have to know that you have to be always compassionate and always more empathetic about the person's or the client's needs. before your own. Uh, never put your own self into it. You have to be caring, compassionate, but don't let your judgments and your beliefs get in the way of what is right to help that person to create solutions. Um, the only readings I would have to say are were in the book, because in like the separate readings, like in the Days in the Life of a Social Worker or What Social Workers Do, I didn't read any about the gerontological social work profession. I did, however, read in uh, one of the chapters, I believe it's chapter 8 in the textbook, is about all the different social work professions, and it goes into gerontological social work, which is actually it gives the same thing. It's somewhat like working with children. They require a lot of attention. They just want to be more loved and cared for, and they just want someone to talk to. They need constant attention, just like a small child. And it's but it's still really nice because you can actually hold like very meaningful and long and sentimental conversations with these people. And a lot of people are kind of drawn away from it, and because they think it's a lot of work to help these people that can't help themselves, but it's not. It's actually very rewarding, and it's so nice to see the look on their faces when you've actually done something nice for them, and when you show that you just actually care about how they are and what they're doing. And I think it's affected me as a person because it makes me feel like a better person. It always makes me feel better to do something else for someone, whether it's just like uh, opening a door for a person, picking up something on the floor, all the way up to what volunteering at this nursing home to just help out and touch the lives of people, just to make their day, to just go visit them and talk with them. That's all they really want. They don't really need you to live there with them. They just want some type of human contact besides the people that are there. They just want visitors. They want someone to know that they actually care about them. And I believe that's what I got out of it. It was just a fantastic time. A lot of people say that it's not the best time to do their social work profession, or it's not the social work profession, but their community service. They don't have the best time with it, and maybe it's just because they don't put their heart into it. I believe I actually did put my heart and soul into what I was doing, and that's why I felt like I got a lot more out of it than other people. And I'm sure almost everybody else in the class would feel the same way. I've heard like Victor talking about how he was what he was doing, and another girl was talking about how she worked with the school, and another person was Seneca Babcock, and they just seemed to like they were reaching the populations there, and they really enjoyed what they were doing for their community service. I haven't stopped volunteering there entirely. I want to keep going there. I I always do the church on the first two Sundays of every week. I help out with the mass. They have a little mass there basically, so you can bring the people down there and they get the communion for. Of course, the religion is Christianity, so they get communion and they get they do the blessings, and they do a very short mass. It's nowhere near as long as a normal mass at a normal Catholic or Protestant church, like which is usually an hour. It's about Our normal mass is about 15 minutes at the nursing home, but it's still just a chance for them to know that also God is watching over them, as well as volunteers that are at the nursing home. So I would say my final thoughts would be that it's just you never know what exactly is going to happen when you just try something new. And I believe I've done community service at this place before, but my main aspect was that it's just a fantastic time, and getting to know the people very well was just it touched my life just as much as it touched theirs. And I really don't know what more to say. It's just all you can do is try something new, and hope for the best, because if you try something new, it will benefit you in some way. And this one benefited me and the people at the nursing home in more ways than one. And I believe that's the end of my video, so I really hope that you take into consideration that I did try my hardest to do the service learning, and I hope this is actually a meaningful video for you, and it's not like something I just came up with. This is not written down. I'm actually just saying this right now. As you can see, there's a lot of pauses in my speech, so I hope that you enjoy this video, and thank you for having me in class, and I really enjoyed your class overall. And I do have a different perspective of the social work profession. So thank you, Mrs. Daniel.